Now, what happened? Collection is an interface. Under collection, we have a list is an interface and set is an interface. List have array list, linked list. Now, this is a class. This is a class. First, you'll concentrate on this. Then you'll go to the set and map. Now, I think so. Yesterday, what we did, we have learned about, I think so. We have talked about what is a list, how many, like what and all it will allow, and what is the methods. For instance, first one is this is the list. List, first point is list can allow duplicates. That means yesterday we talked about this and all, 0 to 9 element. List default length is list default length is 10. If you want to increase the 11th element, if you want to add, list can list is the global array. Maybe list is the global list. How that global? Initial length into 3 by 2 plus 1 formula. 10 into 3 by 2 plus 1 is a 16 length. For instance, 10 one values you have completed. Next value if you want to add, it will add 6 more blocks. If you want next value, for example, again next value if you want, seventh value if you want, 17, then 16 into 3 by 2 plus 1, 8 ja, 3, 8 3 ja, 24 plus 1, 25 next line. Okay, that way it will increase your initial, length capacity and, next length, next how many blocks you need to create, it will create for you. And fourth point, list can allow null values more than one time. More than one time. Again, fifth, list can maintain index. That means 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. And CRUD operations. How to create a list object? List of integer or string or double. L is equal to implemented class. Because list is an interface, we can't create a object. Then how to create an object? List integer L is equal to new array list or new linked list. Now, if you're creating the array list or if you're creating the linked list, what is the main difference? I'll tell you. Now, retrieve. For instance, if you want to create a object, how to create an object of list? List of integer L is equal to new array list. L dot add. Add method to create. This is the first point for create. Now I want to get what method you are using? List dot get of index 1, 0, 1, 2, 3. Whatever you want, you'll get. And third point, I want to update. CRUD operations, right? CRUD, right? U is nothing but update. R is nothing but a retrieve, create. Now update. Update what method you are using? Set. Index value and value. Now fourth is delete. Delete we are using remove index or object. You can say it will remove automatically. I think so. This is the recap of yesterday's class. Now, what we gonna teach you guys? What is the main difference between array list and linked list? Because the list is there, whatever I told you, all the points related to the list, it is applicable for array list as well as linked list. Because this list is an interface of these two classes. That means this is a derived classes, right? This is a sub classes of list, right? Then what is the main difference between array list and linked? If both have whatever just now I talked about list, right? Same thing applicable for array list, same thing applicable for linked list. But when to go for array list, when to go for array list, when to go for linked list. This is the main. Because whenever you're creating a object, list of strings L is equal to either new array list or list of strings L2 is equal to new of linked list, because two implemented classes. Now, what is the main difference between array list and linked list? Now, array list. Array list basically, how to create array list? List L is equal to new array list, right? Now, what happened? It will create a one block of first point. It will create a like that. Initial length of list, what is that? 10, right? 0, 1, 2, 3, blah, 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 9. That means 10 index is there. Now what happened? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe instead of 1, you can say 13 value. Okay. 16 you're adding for fifth index. And 18 you're adding sixth index. Maybe I can say, okay, these are the 8th, 7th, 8th, 9th. These are the indexes. Now what happened? I want to insert the element in the middle. Okay, I want to go to the first point. I want to add the element in the middle. If you're adding element in the middle, for example, how to add? L dot add out. I want to add in the fourth location. Fourth location, I want to 30, I want to add. This is not update. This is you are adding in the element in the middle. Middle. Now what happened? This fourth location value, it is inserting into the 30, and this 15 value flushing into the here, 15. 16 value, you can go to the shifted to the here. 18 value shifted to the here. Then what happened? Flushing will be happen. It is a less performance. Lesser P performance. Why? For example, you have a one line of, you're sitting in the first row of your classroom, for example. Maybe that is a 15 people are sitting. Now someone is kept your chair in the middle. Then what happened? This chair is moving to 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 this. How much time it will take? At least 2 to 5 minutes. Same way, whenever inserting the middle element in array list, what happened? Its shifting will be happen, or flushing or shifting will be happen. So performance wise, less performance. Whenever adding a element in the middle, it's give a less performance. First one is adding. Now second point, delete the or remove the element in the middle, then again its flushing will be happen. How it is? For example, I want to delete the element in 13th location. Now L dot remove of index, you can give 3 or you can give what it is called object. For example, 14. Now 14 is deleted from this location. Now what happened again? This 30 is coming to the here and 15 is coming to the here and 16, 16, right? 16 is coming to the here, 18 is coming to the here and whatever the 19 value is coming to the here. Then what happened again? Flushing will be happening. So performance wise less. Then while adding the element in the middle or deleting the element in the middle, ArrayList will give less performance because of flushing. That is a 2 points completed. Now, what is the advantage of ArrayList? ArrayList advantage, all 6 points you can take. Whatever the 10 points I thought to list, right? You can allow the duplicates, you can maintain that and all. Right? One more point, ArrayList can maintain the index. This already I taught you, but this is a second difference. ArrayList and LinkedList. What is the first difference is while adding the element, deleting the element, you are doing flushing. So ArrayList performance wise very less. Second thing, ArrayList or list can maintain the index. This is a 2 point, remember. Now I'll go ahead with the link. What is a linked list? Name only says link. This is the one node. 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 For instance, default how many loads is there? 10 loads. Because that is the what actually contract. Right? In Java, default length is 10 of ArrayList. Now what happened? This address is 0000. This address is 0001. This address is 002. Might be it's maybe whatever the address you can say. I not only sequence, maybe you can say whatever you want. Okay. Now 1009 for example. Maybe here 9 here something. Okay. Now linked list how it is? Linked list. First value. First part is what value. For example, you are adding the element in the 10. Second part, what it will be? It will be the address of the next node. That means how much is the next node? 1001. Then it's link. Link happened. How link happened? Your address is pointing into this guy. That means it's a link happened. Again, this address, for example, 30 value I'm adding. What is the address of this? This guy is link happened. Now this guy 50. If you not link happened, you can put null value. That means this is your linked list because there is no link between this and all. Now, advantages. While adding element in the middle, linked list very fast. How it's like that? I want to add the element in the middle. What happened? It will create a one more node. That node address is 5000. Then what happened? I am adding a 60 value. Now what happened? This 5000 is adding it to the here. That means what? This link is broken. it's having this link, and this address is given to this address. That means this is a 2. Any flushing is happening? No. While adding the element in the middle, it's a very fast due to that link is transferred to the this address. This link is transferred to the this node. Then what happened? While adding the element, linked list is very faster. Deleting the element. Deleting the element. Now I want to delete the this value. How a linked list will delete? Just 101. Instead of 101, you can add 500. That's it. It's automatically delete this node link. That means it's not loaded. This not linked to this one. This guy is linked to this guy. That means while deleting the element, in the middle, linked list very faster. And third, disadvantages. Retrieval are retrieval very slow because it is traversing from first. If I want to get that second element, we can't get using index because this is a link between the different thing. We don't know where is the value. That is the reason. These are the main differences between ArrayList and linked list.
Yogi, retrieval means what?
Retrieval means getting the data. Maybe
Getting
you
it.
can get it. Retrieve means getting the data. While getting the data from the linked list, it's traversing from, okay, sorry. It's traversing from first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th. Whereas I want only 10 element. 10th element I want. You won't get like that directly. You have to traverse from first. Whereas in ArrayList, what you'll do, you'll get a direct index, you'll pass, then you'll get. This is the internal implementation of ArrayList and linked list. You, maybe red mark I can say, you no need to learn anything because already they have implemented it. You know what to do. Just differences when to use ArrayList, when to use linked list. I think I'm thinking, right? I have like almost 14 years of experience in entire my career. 99.9% we are using ArrayList. ArrayList. It's a it's some scenario using linked list. Linked list. When to go for linked list, I don't want traversing. That means I don't want to frequently retrieving the data, and I want to insert in the middle or deleting the middle. That time you go for linked list. That scenario you won't get anytime because in the real time, while runtime we can't delete or insert the element in the middle, you may cause concurrency modification error. Instead of linked list, might be they are using concurrency package collections. That is the reason almost 99.9% is we can use only ArrayList. Okay. And linked list, I told you, right? What is the scenario? I want, inserting a middle frequently and deleting the middle frequently, then you go for linked list. I'm not doing that kind of operation, deleting and middle and adding in the middle frequently. I want retrieval very faster and I want to maintain the index. I can allow the duplicates. I can allow the null values. Then you go for errors. This is the main differences between ArrayList and LinkedList and list. List anyway, it's implemented classes. Now we will go ahead with the set. Set. Now what we have completed? We have completed list is an interface. ArrayList is a class. LinkedList is a class. Maybe list under collection, right? First under collection is that maybe hmm, collection. Under collection we have a list. Under list we have a array list, linked list. You don't need to learn stack and you need to learn like um, some other collection, not required because real time they won't use unnecessarily waste. So either this guy or either this guy. 100, I told you 99 percentage, 0.5 percentage this guy, just 0.5 percentage this guy. That's it. When to go for list. Now when to go for list. Same. I want duplicate elements. I want null values more than one. I want to maintain the index. And I want to maintain the index. That kind of scenario, I go for list. But again, I don't want to insert in the middle, and I don't want to remove in the middle. Then you go for paradise. Same all points, and I want to delete the element in the middle. I want to remove the element in the middle. I don't want retrieval frequently. Then you go for linked list. This is a scenario. I think so you got all the guys. Now we go ahead with the set. Set, when to go for set? So I think so. I forgot guys. One more concept called retrieval. Retrieval, that means getting. Whenever retrieving the data, I already told you we are using four loops. One is for loop. Second one is for each. Third one is iterator. Fifth one is Java 8 for each. Don't learn do while, and all not required now. You can deprecate or like you can say we are not using any real time while loops and all because this is satisfying the all. But what is the for loop? For loop for into I is equal to 0. I is less than is equal to list dot. Our list dot size method is there. Yesterday I taught you I plus plus. This is the retrieval of list using I is equal to 0. I less than is equal to list dot size. What is the size of your list and I plus plus. For each loop. For each loop syntax is for each colon. Here your collection data type, reference variable. What is that? For example, your collection is list of integer. L is equal to new array list. Now L dot add of 10, 20, something you can add it. Now what is the collection? Collection is a list collection. You can add a list. Give me 1 minute. Okay. Now, this is the, now what happened for each loop? For each loop, you are saying for what I told you, collection. What is the collection? It contains a reference variable L. You can pass. Then what is the data type of collection? Integer, integer, integer. A reference variable you can give whatever you want, R or something. Then system.out.println of R. It will print automatically. There is no condition, there is no increment, there is no initialization. Compare then this loop, this is a faster. Then real time, sometimes like out of 100, 10 times, 10 times they might use this one. Remaining 90% they're using Java 8 for each loop because there is no initialization, there is no condition checking, there is no increment or decrement. This is directly, it will take internally. You don't need to worry about that. This is the advantage of for each. Now coming to the iterator. Iterator have three methods. One is has next, next, remove. Has next return type is a boolean. If X value is there or not. Next return type is the object. That object, whenever the next value is coming, then this object will return it. This is the iterator. Now Java 8 for each. This is very easy. What is the reference variable of list? L dot stram stream of for each system dot out dot println. That's it. It will print. You don't need to use for each. You don't need to use anything. Java 8 for each is very far, very like, if it is a huge data, that means like, more data. It's very faster compared than this guy. These are the loops actually in real time they are used. What is that loop? For loop, for each loop, iterator, Java 8 for each loop. Now, I'm going to teach you guys all loops and list implemented practice. Okay. Now, mm, intelligent. Now, this is an ArrayList and LinkedList practice. Okay. Anyway, we already have a value in this. Only we can talk. Or I can create a one more class instead of, you guys can happy. Now, ArrayList. List. Example. Then PSVM, public static void. How to create a ArrayList? List of maybe integer or string, whatever you want, your choice. Okay. List reference variable. That is also whatever you want. Then now what happened? Add. Copy, paste instead of adding it. Okay. 5, 7, 8, 9. Okay. These are the values I add. Now I want to retrieve it from the list. I told you how many loops? 4 loops. Now first go ahead with for loop. For loop. How to use for loop? R into I is equal to index is starting from what? 0. I is less than is equal to what is the size of list? You don't know, right? In the real time, how many values is coming? You don't know. That's the reason we are using size. Then I plus plus each and every time. Control Shift, Control Alt L. Then it will Control Alt L. It will give the format, code format. Okay. Now S out, system.out.println. Now what is the list? I want to retrieve the element. What method we need to use? Get. And you can pass I. Now what happened? For into I is equal to 0. It's starting from the index is 0. And I is greater than or is equal to list dot size. Why I'm giving this? Because this list how many values I don't know. That's the reason its index is starting from 0. That is the reason I'm giving less than. If index is starting from 1, we need to give less than or equal to. But no need now because index is starting from 0. Now I plus plus each time it will increment. If I size is met, then it's broken the loop. It's coming back. It stop the loop. Now how to do this? Now if you're running the application, otherwise maybe I'll show you in the debug mode. Right click in the debug if you're seeing debug. See, first value I is equal to 0. That means what? 100. 100 it will print. For example, if you want 100 is there or not, highlight it, right click, evaluate expression. Click, you can evaluate it. See, 100K. Now what happened? You will go here. It's a miracle symbol is there that you can press. Go to console that you can press. See, now 100 printed. Now again it's checking. Now how is I is how much? I is 1. See, now I is 1. I is 1 means what? 200 it will. Next you can go 200 is printed. Next I is 2. 300 printed. For 100 again printed. I think so maybe after 300 100 is there. Now 500 printed. 700 printed. 800 printed. 900 printed. 300 printed. Now again it will check. Hey, my length is 8. Your length also 8. Then what I'll do? I'll skip this value. See, if both lengths are like, size is 9, I think so. This is a 9. This is a 9. Then skip this and coming back. That's it. This is a how for loop will work. Now we're going to teach you guys remaining loops for each loop. Before going to the for each loop, we have a 1 minute. I think so. I'll stop recording. Please join the previous link, 9 o'clock link. Okay. Thank you. I'll stop it.